Hey everyone, this is Shourya, and in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to build a complete WordPress plugin with its own admin settings area step by step. By the end of this tutorial, you will going to have a complete WordPress plugin which lets you automatically add custom message from WordPress settings area, and it will automatically display on every blog post. Let's dive into it.
Let's just go to the WP content, then plugins, and let's create a new folder called, we can name it as custom message plugin, and let's just open it with Visual Studio Code for now. You can use any of your code editor, whatever you are preferable. Then inside the folder, at first I'm going to create a first file called custom message plugin.php, and we can add a basic code for the first plugin structure, like we are going to name it at first, so it will be called the plugin name, and this is the name of the plugin. We can add description into it, like adds a customizable, again the fault of my spelling, that's fine, message to all blog posts. We can change it at any point of time. Then we can also describe the version of it, like let's just name it 1.0. Then of course the author name, and this will be my name. In your case, you can use mine as well if you want, or you can use your own name. So let's just save it, and let's go to the WP admin. I have opened the WP admin over here. So if I go to the plugin section right now, and then we will see our plugin, like custom message plugin, and we're going to activate it as well. It is pre-activated because I have done this similar things before as well for testing purpose. So let's just deactivate it and activate again. It won't do anything, but the base is ready, and you can see we have the description which I have written in the here in the description area, like inside, instead of ads, if I just remove the s at the end of the it, then you can see the changes happens over here. So let's just again revert it back. This is version 1.0 by my name, and I can use the author URL as well. For now I'm not going to use author URL and anything for this video, but later you can use anytime. Okay, so let's just jump into the second section. So what I will do, I'm going to use admin menu, so we can change our message right from the dashboard. Okay, so let's just start into for that one. So at first I'm going to use the add action hook for that one. So inside add action, I'm going to call the admin menu, then my function name. For this case, let's just name it as cmp add admin underscore menu, as I've written the function, so I need to create the function for that one, always copy the name which you have written in the add action, so that there is no naming convention mismatch at any point of time. Okay, then add menu fetch. I will call this one here, and I need to pass some parameters over there. So at first I'm going to name it called custom message. I'm going to show you all the parameters over there from the WordPress documentation. What it will do, it will going to do the manage options. Then I'm going to name it as custom message plugin again. Then I need to call the settings page, and here I am going to pause the icon. So I am going to use dash icons for now. Format, and let's just use the code one, and let's just add it 100 for now. So if I refresh it, I can check the custom message has been comes, and this is for the code one, the icon I have written over there. So let's just check that what is the parameter over there and what they are doing. So add menu page. If I go to this function in developer WordPress.org, always you need to go into check that whatever I am written in the code, what is the purpose of that one in the WordPress documentation as well. So at first, what is it doing? It is going to call the page title. In our case, it is custom message. Then the menu title, that's also going to be the same custom message. Then the capabilities, what is the capabilities for our case? It is manage options. So we're managing the options of the WordPress. So I have written the manage options. Then the menu slug, this is our menu slug. If I'm going to, whenever I am going to create the settings page at the end, and you will check that our slug will be this one. Okay. And the callback, I'm going to use this function for the callback later on in the project. Then the icon URL, I've written that one. And the position, this position has been set to 100 so that it's happened over here. Okay, you can add the different numbers over there, and you can check that whatever number you have written and what is the purpose of it and where it is actually put over there. So it's your task to test it out, those things. Okay, let's just move on to the next. Let's register the settings and add a form for our message. Okay, so again we need to use the add action over there. And this time we are going to use the admin init one for this one. And we are going to call it at CMP settings init. Okay. Then again, I need to call this function again. And here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to register the settings. Register setting. And what setting I'm going to register? I'm going to add the group name of that one. So in my case, it will be simply setting group. And again, I need to pass one parameter, simply custom message. Again, I'm going to explain you what it is going to do. Now, if we go to the register settings documentation from the WordPress org, we can see the first parameter is option group and the second one is option name. And we can also pass the arguments over there, which I'm not passing, of course, this time, as it is optional. So in next some cases, whenever we are building a different case, then we are going to use the arguments as well. So for now, that is optional for this particular area. Okay, so first one is option group and second one is option name. In our case, this is option group, this is option name. Okay, So we can definitely move to the next version, and we need to now define the admin settings function. Okay, so let's just define it. So we will going to call the CMP settings function right now. You can see I've written this one previously over here, so let's just check again. Okay, so this should be the same one. No, okay, this function need to be called over here, and let's just check it. Okay, I'm going to name it as CMP settings page for now, and then what I will do, I am going to call a div over there. Okay, it's not going to run like that way, so we need to close the PHP bracket over here and start the PHP bracket again over here. Okay, so let's just write something over here. Like for now, we can just name it as custom message settings. Okay, let's just save it and check if it's working. Now you see this, the function custom settings that page not found. Okay, I am just going to show you why it is happening. Okay, I did one mistake which is intentional this time, because I want to show you what is the purpose of this function. So here it was in dash, but here I use it as underscore, so this is not going to run like that way. So we need to use it as underscore, and that's a good format for now. So if I save it and just refresh it, then what is going on? Okay, and something wrong over here. Yeah, so now the both of the name is same. So now if I just going to refresh this one, I can see my message over there which I have written over there. Now let's just create the whole form for now. Okay, for that one I'm going to name a class over there. So let's name it at wrap. H1 is fine. Then I need to use one form. Okay, so action form now will be options.php. As we are saving from WordPress options, we need to define the method over here, and in our case it will be post. As we are saving something over here, then we need to call again one thing that is also important, and this will be settings field. Okay, settings field. And what will be the name of the fields, which we have already defined somewhere? CMP settings group. This one we have defined previously, so we need to call it. And then what we can do, we can just add a text area, and let's just close it, and we need to add some option over there. We need to keep the name of it. The name will be CMP custom message. We can define the rows over here. So let's just define it as 5 rows for now, and 50 columns. You can use as many as you like. And here we will echo something. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to fetch the previous option. If anything saved for first time, it will definitely going to return me null, and we're going to use the get option over here, so it will be CMP custom message. Okay, this is our option over here, and if nothing, it is going to give this no. And then I need to use another thing. Let's just format it finally. Then I need to use the submit button, and we have the function for that one as well, predefined function. And if we save it, let's just check what it will going to do. So it is giving us some text area over there. So if I'm going to use it, this is our first plugin for YouTube. And if I click on the save changes, you see this is also giving me the exact same text which I have written in the last stage, because at the initial stage I am using the echo over here, so it is going to give me like this way. If I just remove this one, in case I'm going to remove this one, and if you see, this is blank. But if I just, this is my second text, I'm going to save it. It's actually going to save the things, but it will not going to show it. So this is the area where I am just showing it. This is my second text. Got it? So whenever, if you're not going to display anything, then it's, of course it will going to save the things, but it will not going to show you in the next time when you reload the page. So for that one, we need to show it like this way. Okay, so for now we can save everything from the back end, that is fine, but one thing we're still missing, like we need to display the saved message below every blog post. So now we need to do some add filter over here. So what we need to do, we need to have the add filter, the content, and then we're going to name it another function. For now I can name it CMP display custom message, and again I need to call it with the function name same which I've written in the add filter. Here we need to pass one thing, that is content parameter, and it is only going to run if the page is single. So because the content can be used at any other pages as well. So we can only going to run it if the page is post in FH or blog in FH. Okay. Then we need to call the message parameter. We need to check if the message is here. So how we can get it? This is a simple things we have already written in the previous stage. So here, this is how we can get it. We can only use it if there is any message, else it is going to do nothing. Okay, so what we can do, we can call the content again, then we can concatenate with that one. So how we can concatenate? We can just going to use one div at first. Okay, and let's just style it for now like background red. Okay, so that we can simply define that. We can simply check this one, like whether our message has been displayed with the proper background red portion or not. Okay, then what we can do, we can call another function called wp case exposed, and we're going to post a message over there. Again, at the end, we can, of course, going to check this one, that what it is doing. So we can end the div like that way. That's fine. And then that's all for now, I think. And okay, we need to return this one. Return content. I hope I'm going to get some error because this one. Fine. Okay. Why so unexpected syntax error? Okay, let's just fix this one. So it's still showing me the red. Okay, no mistake. It So I hope everything fixed. So this is my second text. If I go to one post over there, let's just see. Now you can see that our text has been comes to the blog post, and we can definitely going to test with the changed message again. Like, this is our first YouTube message. Let's just save it and check if it is working. This is our first YouTube message. Okay, so it is working perfectly. So let's summarize everything. We registered a plugin, added an admin menu, created a settings page, saved data using the WordPress Options API, and display it dynamically. That's a full mini plugin. You can expand this idea for contact info, disclaimer, or even CTA box below the posts. To enjoy this tutorial, hit like and subscribe. I will be showing more real-world WordPress development tips and advanced plugin ideas every week. Comment below what kind of plugin or features you want me to build next. Maybe something with the APIs or custom post types. I'm Shourya, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.